This week on the Erotic Awakening Podcast, episode 749, 17 Years of the Erotic Awakening Podcast. Welcome to Erotic Awakening, an exploration of all things erotic. If you are offended by adult topics or prohibited by law, it's recommended you stop listening right now. First, a heartfelt thanks to the amazing patrons of Erotic Awakening, each and every one of you. Your support keeps this podcast going and the education happening. A special welcome to our newest supporters, George and John. I'm so glad you're here and thanks for all your support. If Erotic Awakening has supported you, inspired you, or helped you feel seen, I invite you to join in supporting this work so it can continue. Just visit patreon.com/Erotic Awakening. Every contribution helps. Hi, everyone. I'm Dawn, and I'm here this week to continue the conversations on power exchange, polyamory, sacred sexuality, and everything in between. Our main topic for this week is 17 years of the Erotic Awakening podcast. Do you know how crazy that sounds? 17 years. I was just vending over the weekend at the Indie Rope Expo. I was vending my hooded aftercare blankets and books and Kickstarter cards and all the things. And I was giving people my business card and letting them know about the podcast. Now, these are a lot of new people, right? They're also rope people. I don't usually go to rope events. I just haven't. And I'm giving out the business cards and letting them know that the podcast has 748 shows. And people are just looking at me and they're blinking like they can't comprehend it. 17 years. Some of these people, oh my God, I don't need to think about this. I think this was a 19 and over event, which means some of these people at this event, this podcast is almost as old as they are. Shit, I do not need to think about that. Yeah, let's keep it going because if I think about it too hard, it may be like, oh, it might be time to retire it, and I really don't want to. I've got new guests coming on. I just interviewed dear Caroline for a third time this year, I guess. So I just interviewed her today. I've got 4 more interviews lined up on stuff we haven't talked about before. And I'm still super excited about this podcast. Ah, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the hell out of it. And I hope you guys are too. So, what I wanted to do for this podcast is going to be a little different. It's probably going to be shorter. And then sometimes I say that and I'm wrong because I like to talk. But what I wanted to do, and I think I've done this before on an anniversary, but that's okay. What I wanted to do is just to randomly go through and pick out some of the shows. Now, you might ask how I do this, how I can randomly pick shows. I actually went to my YouTube today and I do have a video out there on how to look up specific shows or how to look up words. I know I saw it today. Oh, go to videos. Maybe it's here. Wow, there's a lot of stuff here. Shorts. Oh, I bet it's a short. Yes. Okay. How to find topics that you're interested in from the Erotic Awakening podcast. So this is on the Erotic Awakening podcast YouTube, and it is literally called Erotic Awakening Podcast. There is a short out there called How to Find Topics You Are Interested in from the Erotic Awakening Podcast. And I literally show the screen of the computer and how you can do this. Now, the easiest way to do it, I don't know how you do it on Spotify. I don't know how you would do it on like Apple or anything like that. But if you go to the website, eroticawakening.com, and you click podcast, scroll all the way to the bottom of the podcast, and it is going to say full podcast archive. Click here. When you click there, it is going to take you to eroticawakening.libsyn.com, and at the top is going to be a search bar. So that's where I am at right now, is on this search bar. I can look at, oh, I didn't know I could do that. You can look by year. Look at this. So you can look in the archives. If you go under episodes, it's all episodes, categories. Don't look at categories. That is not fleshed out at all. And archives, which has the years. So let's go back to 2009. And if I click that, let's go to February 2009. Look at that. Our first episode was Polly in the Round. This is February 12th, 2009. Join a half a dozen people who are in active poly relationships as we chat about polyamory. We chat about the issues we currently face, favorite resources, and more. How cool is that? That's going to be me and Dan and Karen, and I'm not even sure who else is on there. It makes me want to go back to show notes and flesh it all out, but that means I would have to listen to everything again. So the first one, Polly in the Round. The second one, alternative groups in your neighborhood. Dan and Dawn interview the event coordinator of Grail. Grail. I think that was Wisconsin, Michigan, one of those, probably Michigan. So again, we're talking February of 2009. We've got where we talk, the third one is Barrick and Sheba out of Columbus, who run Adventures in Sexuality, or they did before COVID, and they were business partners of ours with the Columbus Space. So that's all from, oh, and then we talked to NCSF. Great stuff. Episode number 6, we chat with Jay Wiseman. So this is just, brings back memories. And oh my gosh, in the second month, we're talking with Robert Rubel, a Boot Black, Joanna Angel. She's a porn star. I think I just saw her on Pornhub recently. Relaxicon. Wow. Female liquid orgasms. Sacred queer poly swing kink thing. What is that? And who were we talking to? It was a 4C party event in July, end of a long-standing foundational group in Ohio. First announcement of expansion. All right, I may have to go listen back to some of these. Anyway, amazing stuff. So I knew I was going to do this. I knew I was going to get on here and go, oh my God, I need to look at all the old stuff and see what's here. Let's go to 2014. Best of 2014. We used to like to do that. Oh, Laura Antonou. Misha Stone. Who is Misha Stone? Author of Hidden Heart, Windy City. So we talk about soft core food on boobs. Food on boobs. 2014, we were talking about that. Topping from the bottom, Sir Guy. Wow. Master Cecil and the Woodshed. Just think, all these voices. Oh, Lily Ma'am. I remember Lily Ma'am. Submissive Playground. All these voices on here are at the Leather Archives now. More BSing with Barrick and Sheba, TNG, Sexual Shaman, Kenneth Ray Stubbs. I did not realize that we had interviewed Kenneth Ray Stubbs. Damn, 2014. And sometimes just scrolling through this will just give you ideas of more stuff to explore. I mean, there's so much out there. I've got 2018, Slave but Not Submissive. Buddhism. How many sex parties is how many how many sex partners is too many? Look at this, episode 469 from November 20th, 2018. We talk about CoAmory. You know, you can't even find that word anymore except on this podcast. This used to be a word about couples dating other couples or couples dating singles. Some people have labeled it unicorn hunting now, and it's a totally different feeling. CoAmory is a totally different feeling, and it's a valid style of relationship. Kind of funny when I go to research it now, I can't even find it except that episode, and we found it somewhere else. We talk about leather, chemical play. Wow, just so much stuff. And like I said, now I want to listen to it. But okay, I gotta look just a little bit more. Let's go 20. Nope, let's not do 2020. That's where we lost the bat. 23. So not too long ago. Getting laid on Fetlife. Kevin and Katie. Right. We interview Kevin and Katie. Primal Dynamics. We interview Ember on Primal Dynamics and Blood Play. And yeah, we interview Travis on Blood Play. Self-collared. Lord Allen of the Kinky Tavern. I was just on the Kinky Tavern this year. So great stuff. Negotiating scenes. Oh my gosh. We interview Luna from the Submissive Guide. So all kinds of stuff. I could go through all of these and just be like, oh my God, I forgot about that. I mean, it's been 17 years, right? So, oh my God. Okay, if you go to episodes and look up archives, that's where you can do it by year. If you go into the search box, let's type in, shoot, I don't know, polyamory. Now, you can imagine there's going to be a lot on this. Yeah, I'm still scrolling. Many, 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 and I'm still in the 700s. Many shows on polyamory. So that would keep you busy for a while if you wanted to do that. We had multi-amory. You know, multi-amory started on our, let's see, Erotic Awakening. We used to have the Erotic Awakening network. And we had BSing with Barrick and Sheba on there. We had Passion and Soul with Lee Harrington on there. We had multi-amory on there. Let's see, multi-amory, if I spell it right. Yeah, so there's a couple on there with that. And yeah, lots and lots of stuff that I get super, super excited about sharing with you guys. There's just so much information on there. I'm sure with 17 years, a little bit of it's outdated. But that's fine. You get to learn a little bit about history and the way we used to think about things. And then I may go through, and I've threatened to do this before and still haven't done it, but I may go through some of the old ones and see if they need to be not re-recorded. Like I wouldn't replace them, but I would record that topic again to see if ideas have changed. But we'll see. I've also got a lot of new interviews coming up. Fantastic stuff. I'm glad you guys have hung out with me. Or if you're new, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, that's enough of me drooling over my own podcast. So, but I'm passionate about it and it's going to come through. Anyway, if you are someone that would like to be interviewed or just have conversation with me, I love that. Or sit and ask me questions, I love that too. Catch me at an upcoming event. I will be at Intrig at the end of this month. I'll be presenting and vending. I'll be at New Mexico Leather and Kink Fair in Albuquerque on April 11th. Primal Arts in Baltimore, May 7th through 11th. South Dakota in mid-July. Minnesota for Seek, a submissive retreat in October. Chicago for Elgin Muncher's Kink Expo in October. Satiricon in Madison in November. And I did just add another Albuquerque, two Phoenixes, I believe, maybe Ohio, and maybe another Baltimore. More info to come as those details get ironed out. I'm also going to be doing some one-day intensives around the country, so keep an ear out for that. Keep up with all the places I'm presenting or vending, my online classes and intensives and retreats, book news, discounts, and more via the Erotic Awakening newsletter, and get your EA shout out like Mel in New Hampshire. Head over to eroticawakening.com and subscribe today. Oh my gosh, I have not done a tentacle update in a while. I have been getting them, just haven't put it on the show. But I got caught up with some of my social media today and found something from Pirate. He's on my Instagram. And he sent me these two girls that were playing with like was it a fabric tentacle, I think? And if you walk down to the end of it, it starts to curl. So if you stand in the tip of it and twist, the tentacle will go around you. And then Minotaurus sent me a tentacle grinder. Do you know what a grinder is? Maybe I should do a show on toys. But a grinder, I mean, it's literally what it sounds like. A female-bodied person will wear it like a strap-on to play with another female-bodied person. Mm. And this one was tentacles, and it was cute. And it reminded me, sometimes when you are a vendor, like I was over the weekend, you trade your stuff for stuff. Vendors do that a lot. And one of the things I did was I traded one of my corsets for a dildo. I have a new dildo. I have not named him yet. I have not tried him out yet. If any of you guys have a name, he's purple and he has ridges and bumps. And if you have a name, reach out to me and let me know what you think it should be. I can be found as Dawn_Awakening or Erotic_Awakening on Fetlife, Erotic Awakening on Instagram, EA Podcast Dawn on TikTok, or just email me at dawn@eroticawakening.com. Be a part of the Erotic Awakening podcast community. You can become a patron of the show and get early access to the podcast, a free copy of the audiobook Polyamory Toolkit, free ebooks, discount on monthly Zoom classes, member-only Discord access, and more. Find all the goodies at patreon.com/Erotic Awakening today. And help others find the show. Give us high ratings wherever you listen to the podcast, and most importantly, tell your friends. Join the conversation with other listeners. Use the links from the Erotic Awakening website for our interactive Discord channel, open to everyone. Until next time, may your journey be filled with passion, joy, and a bit of naughtiness. Bye, everyone.